Formal proceedings will commence shortly, but first, please enjoy a short video celebrating 30 years of Bond University.
Today, as of this moment, vision has become reality. The way is now ahead. From sandstone and a strong, unwavering vision, an institution was built to offer a student experience without peer. A university created to redefine the landscape, setting new heights for global education. In our first 30 years, almost 30,000 alumni have passed through our doors.
All our graduates to extend. Be successful, have great careers, and never forget Bond University.
With an unbreakable bond to the international networks and experiences that position them for success. Together, we have built a legacy. A legacy that continues to evolve today.
Bond University will take its place among the great universities.
As we strive for and reach new horizons in personalized learning, we continue to deliver a truly remarkable global student experience.
To my fellow graduates, thank you for your friendship. Please cherish the memories and friends, but continue making new ones. Goodbye and good luck.
Since 1989, Bond University has forged the way in law, business, society and design, health sciences and medicine, and sport. Led by great minds.
Bond University will become a magnificent jewel in the crown of Australian tertiary education.
With an even greater vision for the next 30 years and beyond. It's because of those who came before us that our future is limitless.
Graduates, will you please stand for the academic procession?
Acting Chancellor, graduates, family and friends of the graduates, university colleagues, welcome to this graduation celebration for students who have completed their studies in 2019 and during 2020. Firstly, would you please join with me in thanking our Piper, Bond alumnus, Pipe Major Nick Tompkins. Please be seated. On behalf of the university community and behalf of each of us, I acknowledge the people of the Yugambeh language group on whose ancestral lands our university now stands. I pay my respects to their leaders, past, present and emerging, and I do so in a spirit of reconciliation. The COVID-19 pandemic has affected and interrupted every aspect of our lives, including the celebration of the achievements of our graduates. Here at the university, we acknowledge that graduation is a liminal event in the life of a student, and as a result, we're delighted that we are able to offer each graduate that is able to attend and their family who can gather with them the opportunity to participate in this ceremony that publicly marks the significant milestone of graduation. Notwithstanding that the COVID rules may change almost without warning, we at the university are pleased to see that so many of you are present with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, this room in which we are gathered is the university's largest lecture theatre. It was named the Basil Sellers Theatre in honour of and recognition of Basil Sellers AM, a major philanthropist who has had a successful business career as well as being an accomplished sportsman. Dr. Sellers is a significant benefactor of many organisations in Australia and abroad. It is now my pleasant duty to introduce the Acting Chancellor for this ceremony, member of the University Council, Bond alumnus and Chair of the Alumni Advisory Board, Mr. Derek Cronin.
Thank you and welcome everyone, welcome Bondies. What a wonderful day this is, and it's a great honour to be filling in as Acting Chancellor today, particularly in this lecture theatre, because this was actually where I had my first Bond lecture in May 1989 at the age of 17. So a little bit older now, but happy to be here nonetheless. Graduations are always special events for the graduates, their partners, family, friends, and for all of those who've supported them during their studies here at Bond University. I'm delighted that you are all able to join with the university and honour each of the graduates on this wonderful occasion. Each of you are our special guests. However, with your indulgence, I would like to acknowledge a great friend of the university who is present this afternoon, Dr. Suhail Abedian and his wife, Anne Jamison Abedian. Dr. Abedian is, of course, the patron of the Abedian School of Architecture, and the Abedian family are long-term supporters of the university. Suhail and Anne, we welcome you and we are honoured by your presence. Thank you very much. I'd also like to acknowledge fellow 892, Bondi Mrs. Rona Rezvanapur and her husband, also a Bondi, Mr. Riaz Rezvanapur. Your sustained support and friendship is greatly supported. It's trite to say, but true, we are living in interesting times. We've all become experts of the pivot. And I'm immensely proud of the Vice-Chancellor and the staff of the university who've been determined to hold these graduation ceremonies that honour our recent graduates in a formal and public manner. My own experience of university, this university, is in fact as a student, a graduate, alumnus, and now as a member of the of the university's governing body, has confirmed my belief in the positive effects of a good education. Universities are special places, and we should do everything to protect them and help them to prosper. Like many good universities, Bond offers a set of excellent academic programs where students learn contemporary knowledge and master various skills. The university is also full of outstanding academic staff who undertake groundbreaking research and disseminate the latest findings to the students. However, there's something more about Bond University. I've come to appreciate the essential and unique qualities that make this place so deservedly special in the hearts and minds of our students. It is more than its beautiful physical surrounds, the striking built environment and the gardens, more than the stunning collection of Indigenous art on display across the university. During my many interactions with the students over many years, I've noticed the sheer joy in the faces of students, which one does not observe elsewhere. Bond student-centred mission, its intimacy, induced by its determination not to grow too large, its diversity of people, and its sense of self-destiny are all critical ingredients that make up the unique character of Bond. These are the unique elements that are embedded in the DNA of Bond and of Bondies, the superb student experience that is on offer, and the inviolate rule that the interests of the students are paramount. To the graduates here today, I know exactly how you feel having graduated from law here nearly 30 years ago. Two of my brothers and many of my cousins are Bondies. In fact, my own law firm currently employs a number of Bond graduates, including Darcy Anderson, who's here today. I even married a Bondie in the Obedience School of Architecture 2 years ago, so you can't really get more Bond than that. Indeed, it is that sense of belonging to the Bond family that we have cherished for all the years that have brought us to today, and we will continue to cherish being a Bondie for the years that are ahead of us. So to my fellow alumni here today, you are now members of the Global Bond Alumni Network of almost 30,000 alumni spread across 140 countries around the world. There is something in the Bond spirit that touches all of us, and I know that you will continue to engage with each other in the years ahead of you, even if that might be online rather than in person, at least for the time being. You are always welcome to return to campus, and our new Alumni Centre provides a focal point for you to meet the staff and fellow Bondies, or to work remotely from Bond while visiting the Gold Coast. We, the alumni, are always looking for opportunities to involve alumni in the life of the university, whether it be through mentoring, graduate opportunities, guest presentations, and many alumni, like you, give back to the university during the various phases of your careers and life. Following the ceremony today, please feel free to visit the Alumni Centre on your way to Don's Tavern. People usually know where Don's is more than the Alumni Centre, but it's on the way, to receive a graduation gift from the merchandise store and grab a quick photo from the Alumni Centre. Last time I was here, I bought a Bond watch that I'm wearing today. I'm happy to show it to you. I'm very proud of it. We understand just how significant a commitment is to a Bond degree. The path to today has required some extraordinary time, effort, and application. Our accelerated academic program is challenging and deliberately so. We believe that a university degree must be earned, and congratulations on earning it. Further, a Bond degree requires considerable investment as we are a self-funded non-profit institution. So I thank the many family, supporters, and benefactors that have provided financial assistance to enable the graduates to study at Bond. Graduates, you should be immensely proud of your achievements, but you should also recognise that your achievements would not have been possible without support. And while today is a day to celebrate, it's also an opportunity to reflect and say thank you to those who've supported you. So I encourage you to do so. You each have a copy of the program where you can follow the list of graduates. I trust that you enjoy the ceremony, respect and acknowledge each and every one of our graduates, and take away your special moment. You have truly deserved it. I now look forward to the presentation of each individual graduate. And once again, congratulations, Bondies. Thank you. I'd now ask that the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Law present the graduates.
Thank you, Acting Chancellor. Before I formally present the graduates, I'd like to first acknowledge the traditional owners and custodians of the land upon which Bond University is constructed, the people of the Yugambeh language group. And on our collective behalf, I pay our respects to their elders, past and present, and affirm our commitment to supporting Indigenous students, colleagues, and community members. I'd also like to remind students of the protocol that we'll be following today, compliant with COVID-safe procedures. Graduates, please remember, sadly, you're unable to shake hands with the Acting Chancellor today, and members of the audience, please remain in your seats during the ceremony at all times. Acting Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Law. Eden Louise Aldridge. Christy Victoria Allen. Jessie Barrett. Hannah Margaret Carter. Nicholas George Collett. Suzanne Conradi. Lily Kovic. Mary Agnes Formosa. Henry Thomas Garrett. Eloise Angelique Georges Payet. Tavis Gorman. Bonnie May Illingworth. Albina Jusufi. Hal James Kent Lee. Jordan John Kilcoyne. Scott John Mahoney. Jade Alize Muir. Carly Jean O'Loughlin. Dominique Perry. Zachary Mason Salatne. Elizabeth Diane White. Nicholas Ronald Fawkes. Madison Abela. Jordan Franz Alaei. Samuel John Bloor. Kate Hannah Thompson. Lachlan Charles Castles. Alicia Brittany Collett. Gabrielle Foster. Jacob Matthew James Grumetza. Lucy Mia Guy. Casey Elizabeth Haddon. Susanna Harmaniakova. Hugh William Macon. Acacia Brooke McConnell. Madison Sarah Nichols, and Madison is the winner of the Granby Family Beyond Bond medalist. Brian Parsons. Lisa Elke Joseph. Kyle Nicholas Nyker. Andrew William Robinson. Kerrod Rory Shoesmith. Merciana Sonata. Walun Apirat Kasem. Aaron Brian Chernychan. Chelsea Brittany Fennell. Samantha Granatelli. Kaylee Patricia Manson. Jing Wang. Min Wang. Yu Chiao Zhu. Kathleen Ann Campbell. Chengyi Fan. Yanan Chi. Darcy Marie Anderson. Jade Kaindi Goodburn. Nicholas James Miranda. Eric Andrew Yuriskovich. Vivian Shamistra Abevodina. Catherine Louise Dixon. Scott William James Heathwood. Sue Ellen Jane Holmes. Simone Margaret Kelly. Elliot William Sue Burrows. Acting Chancellor, our valedictorian has been selected to give the valedictory address on behalf of the graduating cohort this afternoon. She has achieved an impressive cumulative percentage average of 84% and a cumulative GPA of 3.55 out of a possible 4. She has achieved first in class in 10 of her subjects and was placed on the Dean's list for academic excellence in 4 semesters and the Vice-Chancellor's list for academic excellence in 4 semesters. Graduating with the degree of Bachelor of International Relations and Bachelor of Laws with Honours Class 1, Caitlin Grace Van Bruggen.
Good afternoon, Acting Chancellor, Executive Dean, members of faculty, distinguished guests, friends, family, and fellow graduates. This year has been what many have described as unprecedented. In 2020, we've faced more than just our final semesters at university. We've been forced to navigate a global health pandemic. Despite this adversity, we've persevered and now sit here today, having mastered the art of online learning, degrees in hand, ready to take our next steps into an unpredictable world. While the term unprecedented has now become firmly connotated with COVID-19, oddly enough, it's also a word which I believe describes the incredible institution we gather in today. Unprecedented, an adjective meaning never done or known before. Unprecedented signifies something that is unparalleled, unmatched, and unrivaled. I think we can all agree that Bond has provided us with an unprecedented educational experience. From academic support and engagement that is unmatched, to opportunities both local and international that I know to be unrivaled, and a network of Bondies around the world to provide support and guidance that is unparalleled. All of this is only made possible through the people that make up this institution, the professors, lecturers, tutors, and academic staff whose office doors are always open for advice and guidance, and to explain those principles of equity that we still just can't quite understand. The librarians who've helped us locate textbooks 10 minutes before our law tutorials to answer those last-minute questions, the Bond food staff providing us with too much caffeine during those exam marathons, the Career Development Centre, the Student Business Centre, and all those who have ensured that we take the lessons we learnt at this university beyond these university walls. We must also extend a thank you to the guests that we've brought with us today, our family and friends. Though they can't all be here in person, they've kept us sane with their unwavering support. A law degree at Bond is so much more than a piece of paper or a credential that we place after our name. My legal experience at Bond has never failed to transport the law off the page and apply it to the world around me. whether it be through mooting, witness examinations, or community legal centre placements. We've been engaged, challenged, and constantly encouraged to follow our passions and cultivate our skills. I remember in many of the first tutorials we had for our subjects, we would participate in that dreaded icebreaker activity of going around the room, stating our name, what semester we started, and why we're studying law at Bond. I'm sure in our very first semesters, our answers were hesitantly phrased, I thought you probably can't go wrong with a law degree, or everyone in my family is a lawyer, so it felt like a good move. But as we progressed further into our degrees, I noticed that people's answers to the question, why law at Bond, became more passionate and assured, including my own. Suddenly we were studying law at Bond to work in the international human rights field, or intellectual property law, or environmental law, or to become barristers. These passions were instigated and cultivated through the experiences that this university facilitated. Through our law degrees, we found opportunities that we didn't even know existed. Some of us may leave here today to pursue further study. Some of us may be entering the employment industry in its most rocky moments. Regardless of our next steps, we leave this university on the firmest, most supportive footing possible. And on behalf of this cohort, I'd like to thank the Acting Chancellor, Executive Dean, and all of the university staff for enabling this. I'm confident that I speak for all of us when I say that Bond has ensured we have all the tools we need to navigate our next chapters. Our experiences at this university have granted us far more than curriculum and criteria. They've taught us resilience, ingenuity, and conviction. I wish all of you the best in your endeavours. I'm sure you'll all succeed in diverse, extraordinary ways, and that our paths within the global Bondi network will continue to cross. Fellow graduates, we are entering unprecedented times, but we have an unprecedented university education to guide us on our way. Congratulations to you all, thank you, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Caitlin, for your very kind words about the faculty and about the university, and for demonstrating so articulately the characteristics of a Bond graduate that make them so successful. So thank you. Please join me again in thanking Caitlin for her address. Acting Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates. Graduates, I am delighted to be the first to publicly congratulate you on your astonishing achievement. Not only have you managed to successfully complete a program in one of the most academically rigorous disciplines, that of law, but you've managed to do so just as the university, the nation, and the world were struggling to come to grips with what has turned out to be the great crisis of our time. And while it must seem a lifetime ago now, many of you may recall the faculty's official welcome when you first commenced your degree. There was an event called ab initio, which of course you now know after studying contract law to be the Latin term for from the beginning. And if you don't know that, I'm going to have to ask you to give back that piece of paper we just gave you. At ab initio, for many of you, I delivered an address where I compared the journey through law school with the hero's journey. Of course, a lot has happened since you heard that address, so just in case you can't remember what that was all about, I'll remind you. So the hero's journey is the narrative structure that lies beneath nearly every great myth and legend, as well as many works of fiction and pretty much any Hollywood blockbuster, from The Wizard of Oz to Lord of the Rings to Star Wars to Harry Potter to Moana and Mulan. The story begins with the hero at home living a normal life in Kansas or the Shire or Motunui. There's a call to adventure, something that gives the hero a purpose or a mission, just as you heard the call to go to law school. There's the mission itself: destroy the ring, defeat Voldemort, restore the heart of Te-Fiti, or complete a law degree. The journey is not and is never a straight line from start to finish. There are twists and turns and unexpected plot developments, and things never, ever go according to plan, just like your journey through law school. The hero meets friends and allies and mentors, Glenda the Good Witch and Yoda and Hagrid and Li Shang, and your peers and your professors and your tutors. The hero also makes enemies. There's always a Draco Malfoy in there somewhere. No doubt you've had a few Dracos of your own along the way. There are obstacles to be overcome. There are tests and there are challenges. And then, well, think about the last movie you watched or the last novel you read. There's always a good chance that at some point, just before the end of the story, something really bad happened. Something that seemed so awful, it looked like the good guys were going to lose and the bad guys were going to win, and the hero was going to fail or give up or even die. Something that made you think, oh no, this is it. Is this how it's going to end? That's terrible. And then just when all hope seemed lost, the hero managed to tap into some well of inner fortitude by remembering or being reminded of what they'd forgotten or drawing upon their new power. And as the music swelled and the audience cheered, the hero stood up and renewed the battle and ultimately won. That's you now. Just as it looked like you were done with your studies and the finish line was in sight, 2020 arrived with its pandemics and bushfires and drone strikes and police brutality, but you didn't give up. In the face of extraordinary, unprecedented adversity, including, for many of you, not only global terror, but also online exams and constantly crashing Collaborate sessions, you persevered and you prevailed and you slew the dragon, you destroyed the ring, you restored the heart of Tafiti, and you finished that goddamn degree, and here you are. And that's the hero's journey. You know, the hero always prevails, and by the end of the journey, after all the struggles, they've been transformed into a different person, a better person, who finally returns home, sometimes metaphorically and sometimes literally, having achieved their mission and committed to using their newfound skills and their gifts to help others and to heal the community. Just as I hope that you are committed to using the knowledge and the extraordinary qualification you've just been awarded and the knowledge and the skills that you've earned through your hard work over the last few semesters to serve justice, to do what is good and right, and to help others, and not just yourself. And for those of you graduating from the LLB and the JD program, which is most of you I know, make no mistake, the world needs heroic lawyers right now. Your studies have given you a qualification that leads to more than just the possibility of a lucrative and rewarding career, although it does lead to that. The reason why such a disproportionately large number of leaders and reformists, prime ministers and premiers and governors and presidents are law graduates is because legal training provides the skills and the abilities and the confidence and the resilience that informs great leadership. So when you leave us here with your legal qualification, it's almost inevitable that you will eventually rise to a position of leadership within your firm, your organization, or your community. And what the world needs now and is going to need in the months and the years to come are leaders who have the vision and the confidence to make difficult decisions informed by credible, reliable data, by scholarly research, by disciplined reasoning and critical thinking, and by a commitment to ethics, fairness, and the public good. We need heroic lawyers. We need heroic leaders. We need you, so be heroic. Graduates, please stand. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read out the university charge, and then at the end of that I'm going to ask you if you accept that charge. And I'd like you to respond with a resounding yes. Now, just so that we don't embarrass ourselves with a weak and feeble yes, we're just going to do a quick test run. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, and then I want you to say yes loudly and clearly. So 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay. Take that and triple it, all right, loud. Graduates, I charge you as graduates of Bond University to demonstrate at all times the highest moral and ethical standards, to apply your learnings and education to the benefit of society, to pursue the highest standards in all your endeavours with excellence always your aim, and to support forever and enhance the reputation of your university through engagement as proud alumni. Graduates, do you accept that charge? Yes. You may now be seated. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that now concludes the formal part of the ceremony. Shortly, the official party, academics and the graduates will proceed out of the theatre. I ask that you remain seated while the procession leaves the theatre and only exit once the last graduate has left the theatre. You're all invited to join the graduates at Don's Tavern. Just ask any current or former student where that is and they will point you in that direction. For post-ceremony refreshments, you'll need to show your ticket to gain admission to Don's and be seated once you're inside. Graduates, please stand for the departure of the academic procession. And thank you, everybody.